Okay, recorded. La. Okay, so I was saying that we were looking at different functions, particularly nasimulan natin si filter at saka si summarize. So we're going to continue learning the other functions. So yung ano natin, yung filter natin, we said that coming from a big data set, we can just get a portion of that. We can filter. We can just get a portion of that data set using our dplyr and using in particular this operator natin, okay, yung pipe operator. Parang yung pipe operator, it's figurative of bringing your data to a pipe, tapos if i-filter mo, so ang lalabas lang yung mga gusto natin. So we did several examples last time. Okay. I suggest that you review this. And then the next one was summarize. Sabi natin, pag summary naman, it calculates either a particular variable is summarized into one single numerical variable, either yung sum niya, yung average, standard deviation, etc. So this is an example of that code. We create an object here called summary temp, and this is coming from the weather data frame, and then we summarize. We summarize. Here we're asking R to summarize and give us two. Isa yung mean ng temperature, at saka yung standard, we're creating another object called stdev underscore dev, and it's a standard deviation of the temperature. Okay, so R will understand that we're asking it to get the mean and also the standard deviation, and then we're creating an object mean and then stdev, right? Then when we run this, we said that nag-error tayo kasi may mga missing values, guys. Oops, sorry. Ano nangyari dito? Na-remove ko na kasi, guys. Okay, so what we did, initially hindi nag-work to, but what we did was to, okay, ito yung natin, ito yung kinode natin. Sabi natin, dapat dun sa temperature, tanggalin na niya yung mga missing values, pati sa temperature, tanggalin na niya yung missing values. Okay, so hindi kasi makakapag-compute ng mean or ng standard deviation kung may mga missing values. So we have to do this. Okay, so let me just run this. Okay, so ito na yung mean at saka yung standard deviation ng object natin called summary temp. So andito na yung object na summary temp. If you take a look, if you click this, guys, you see now a data frame consisting of just one observation, one row, and the column is mean and standard deviation. Okay. All right, so I have here some notes. Be cautious about whenever we ignore missing values. Notice that R is, sabi ko nga kanina, R is very particular about that. Yung na.rm niya, ang default niyan, false. Okay? Nung unang hindi natin sinulat to, it was read as false kasi yung default niya. So kasi false siya, hindi siya nag-compute. Okay, so we had to include this in our code, na.rm is equal to true. Okay, sabi ko dito, R does not automatically ignore rows with missing values by default. It is alerting us to the presence of missing values, and we should be aware of this, conscious of this missingness. No? All right. Okay, how about this, guys? So weather, i-summarize natin yung count. Okay, so count 26,115. So that's very consistent with yung weather natin. Asan si weather? Hindi nag-appear si weather dito. Asan si weather? Weather. Okay, 26,115. Observations. Okay. All right, now, again, go back here. Okay, rini-review lang natin to. Okay, last, I think we ended here. Okay, sabi natin, why doesn't this work? So summary temp 1, again, using the weather data frame. And then, sa summarize natin, create an object called mean, which is equal to the mean of temperature. Take note, tinanggalan natin. And then, isa-summarize natin si standard deviation. Create another object called standard deviation. Okay, why will this not work? We said last time, when we run the first two, guys, when we run the first two, anong nangyari dito, ang naging object na lang si mean. No? Si mean, may mean tayo na object which is the mean of temperature. Tapos pinahanap natin standard deviation ni temperature, eh nawala na yon, temporarily nawala siya. So take a look at this. I'm creating an object called y, weather, and then i-summarize natin yung mean ng temperature na nanggagaling kay weather, no? Okay, so this will work. All right, so what do we have here? Okay. So, yung natitira natin object is si y, tapos may mean siya na 55.3. Itong laman ni y. So, kasi ang ginawa natin sa una, sabi natin and then, i-summarize natin yung temperature. Eh, nawala na guys si temperature eh. Diba dito, at this point, ang object na lang natin, si summary temp na ang laman niya si mean temp, si mean. Okay. So wala na yung temp na object. So that's why nagkakamali dito. No? If you want both mean and temperature, then balik tayo dun sa unang ginawa natin. Diba? Ano yung unang ginawa natin? Ganito. So I did not include this, but if you want, you can write this. If you want to compute both mean and standard deviation, this is what we did at the start, yung unang-unang ano natin. So summary temp 1, weather, and then summarize. So take notes, si summarize, dalawa yung nasa loob niya, si mean at saka si standard deviation. That way guys, sabay na i-compute si mean at saka si standard deviation. Coming from the weather data frame and using the temp variable. Okay. Questions, guys? Any questions?
None, sir.
Let me put my question this way. Clear so far? Paki-chat nga guys kung yes. Clear so far? Okay. All right. Okay, thank you. Okay. So let's now go to the next one, which is, sana matapos natin to. Yung next function, guys, is group by. So we have looked at summarize, we have looked at filter, we looked at summarize, and then let's look at group by. So what does this function or what does this verb do? Okay, yung group by, guys, you can classify your rows into categories. Okay, so looking at the temperature, no, yung temperature natin, tingnan natin si weather ulit. From the weather, asan si temperature dito? Okay, temperature, guys. Take note yung temperature natin, guys. These are records of temperature, and then on a monthly basis, no? On a monthly basis, yan, mayroong January hanggang mayroong December. Pwede natin pakunin yung average nito. No? We can ask R to get the average of this, not for the whole year. Kasi ang ginawa natin, in-average natin yung buong taon, no? So inad niya lahat ng 26,115 observations and then dinivide niya ng 26,115. Yun yung mean. Okay? But we can get the mean on a monthly basis. So let's do this, guys. Huh? We can get a single mean temperature for the whole year, which is what we did a while ago, di ba? Ito yun, no? Ito yun. Ito yan, no? Mean ng temperature for the whole year yan, 55.3 degrees Fahrenheit. However, ayoko ng for the whole year. Gusto ko average per month, no? So per month, magkakaroon tayo ng 12 months separate. So how do we do that? So ito yung code natin. So let's call it summary month tsaka temperature, no? Monthly temperature. Again, we start with weather and then we group by, okay, take note, group by, i-group by month natin. Yan. Kanina hindi tayo nag-group by month eh. So summarize lang. So we do this, group by month and then saka natin i-summarize. Right? Isama natin yung na.rm is equal to true kasi sabi natin pag hindi natin sinama to, mag-error tayo. And then may missing values kasi yung sa temperature. Alright. So again, let's take a look at this. So we're creating an object called summary monthly temperature. This is coming from the weather. We're using the weather data frame. And then what are we going to do here? We group it by month. So i-group ni Aryan by month. Ano ba yung months natin? 1 hanggang 12. And then, once na group na siya by month, saka natin i-summarize. I-summarize natin, let's create an object called mean. In this object, summary monthly temperature, meron tayong variable na mean, which is just the mean of the temperature ng months, and then standard deviation. Okay, so let's run this. Okay. So take a look now at our output. Right? We now have the months, guys, 1 to 12, and then the average per month, okay, and the standard deviation per month. Any questions, guys? Clear to? Again, guys, paki-check nga kung clear. Kung clear yung code na yan, guys, na we're grouping it first by month bago natin sinamarize. Okay. Very useful yun, guys, kung gusto nating yung summary by a particular category. Okay, thank you. Alright, so makikita natin dito, guys, when we did this, mas maraming tayong information dito makikita. For example, yung hottest average is July, followed by itong August. And then yung pinakamalamig is January, February. January, 35.6 yung average, 34.3 yung February ang pinakamalamig talaga. So we can see here the differences in the months. Tapos ang pinaka-volatile, guys, na month, looking at the standard deviation, ang pinaka-volatile si November. Ibig sabihin yan, matataas yung may mababang temperature, mas mataas temperature, and even January. Okay? Ang pinaka-least least na standard deviation yung March, 6.25. Okay. So let's move on, guys. Okay, so we discussed this by including this code, which is group by month. Anong nangyari? Bago kinumpute ni R yung yung mga statistic, siya group by niya muna, no? Sa kanya sinamarize. Okay, and then if we click this, ayan, no? Ito na yung object natin, summary monthly temp. And may month tayo, may mean, at saka may standard deviation. Remember, nag-create tayo ng object, di ba? So, ano dito yun? And then yung object natin. Which is the summary monthly temperature. Okay, so let's continue. Now, take note that when you group by, hindi nagbabago, guys, yung data frame natin, ha? Okay, it does not change the data frame. it only changes the metadata or information about the data. Yung grouping structure niya, binago lang niya. Pero, buo pa rin guys yung data natin, hindi na babago yan. Okay? Clear yun? All right. So let's okay, let's use a different data set, yung diamonds. Okay, I think this is coming from base R. Hindi galing to sa NYC flights, guys. So let's access this. Galing sa base R. Yung base R, yung pinaka main R package. So let's take a look at the data diamonds. Let's view it. Okay, let's do this one by one. Okay, ito si diamonds, no? Naka-promise pa lang siya. Pag view na natin to, view diamonds, saka na siya papasok dito. No? Okay, so this is the diamonds data frame. Okay, we have 17. Okay, 1 to 17. 1 to 17 lang doon pinapakita niya. 1 to 18. Out of 53,940 rows. So ito yung mga laman niya, yung carat, yung cut, color, clarity, depth, and we have some numerical variables here. May mga categorical tayo, and then may mga numerical variables tayo. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So na-view na natin, tingnan natin yung structure niya. So the structure of this data set. Okay, sabi natin may mga numeric, may mga ordinal factor, which is ordered. So yan, 5 levels siya, fair, good, etc. Clarity din, may price, etc. Okay, so this is what we're looking at. We can do the summary also. Okay. All right. So this gives us some information about our variables. Of course, yung mga iba dito, yung mga categorical, walang ibig sabihin yung ano lang to. Count lang pala to, sorry. Count lang siya kasi categorical siya. Binilang lang. Ano yung mga klase daw ng cut? You know, fair, good, very good, premium, ideal. Color, may classification siya from letter D to letter J, and then clarity. And the rest, guys, are numerical kasi makikita natin yung computation ng minimum, mean. Only numerical variables can be computed for the minimum and the maximum and the mean. The rest, ito, yung tatlong to, these are categorical variables. Okay, so let's see. Tingnan natin muna yung dimension ni diamonds. Diamonds. You can write that, guys. So dimension niya, we have 53 rows, 53,940, and then 10 columns. So that's what the dime function gives us. No? Okay, let's see. Diamonds, using the diamonds data set, and then you group by cut. Tingnan natin kung ano mangyayari. Run natin to. Okay, take a look at this, guys. So sabi dito, ito, yung diamonds, group by cut, it's a table with 53,940 by 10. So ito yung dimension ng diamonds. Ibig sabihin, hindi siya nagbago, no? Yung pa rin to. Okay? Yung pa rin yung dimension niya, 53,000 rows by 10. Ibig sabihin, guys, nung group natin by cut, there were 5 different types of cuts. No? Pinakita natin kanina yan sa structure, di ba? 5 klaseng cut. So pag nag-group by tayo, hindi na babago yung dimension. Yung pa rin yun. Pinapakita lang natin yung data about the data. So ang data about the data is called your metadata. Ano ba yung data about the data natin dito? Yung cut. Ang sinasabi lang ni R dito, yung cut, there are 5 groups here. So it's just an information about your data frame. It's called your metadata or data about the data. So this is just to illustrate that when you group, yung group by yung data frame natin, hindi nagbabago yung dimension niya. Yun pa rin siya, no? It's still 53,940 by 10. Okay, so I hope that's clear, guys. No? Sabi ko nga dito, what new metadata do we have? Yung groups. Ang sinasabi dyan, yung cut daw, 5 different types of groups. Which are, nakita natin to, fair, good, very good, premium, and ideal. The data has not changed at all. It's still a table of 53,940 by 10 rows. Okay? All right, so next, guys, let's now also do a group by and summarize. Okay. Let's create an object called average price. So average price at saka yung cut coming from the diamonds data frame. And then i-group by natin ng cut. And then i-compute natin yung summarize using the summarize. Let's call the column the variable average price, and then mean ng price. Anong gagawin ni R dito? First, it will group. Remember, tingnan natin diamonds, ha? And dito lang sa structure, guys. Let's take a look at the structure of diamonds. So si diamond, sabi natin, yung cut niya, 5 klase. No? 5 different types. 5 different types. Mas kita sa summary, no? Fair, good, very good, premium, ideal. Now, each of them have their own prices, no? Ito yung prices, no? Minimum, may maximum. Pero hindi natin nakikita dito, guys, kung sino yung pinakamatataas. Makikita natin by doing the average. So let's do that. So here, let's group it by cut. Kunin natin yung mga averages per cut using the group by function and the summarize function. Create an object called average price cut. Let's do this. Run. Okay. So you now have, ito na yung cut natin, no? Fair, good, very good, premium, ideal. Tapos ito yung average prices nila. Which para sa akin quite surprising kasi yung fair yung pinakamataas. I was thinking that yung premium yung yung ideal. But apparently may mga fair na matataas, so si fair yung pinakamataas na average price among the prices, no? Ilan ba si fair? Ilan si fair? Okay, hindi. Konti si fair. 1,610 lang. Pinakamarami si ideal, 21,551. Anyway, I'm not too familiar with diamonds. Kasi yung pag-label lang na fair, I was thinking na mas mababa siya kaysa good or very good. Anyway, it turns out that fair has the highest average. Huh? So you can do this, guys. You can, parang kanina lang to sa temperature, we did the average by grouping the variables first. Okay, any questions? Clear so far ulit? Paki-chat, guys, kung clear tayo. I would appreciate your feedback. If so far, clear yung discussion natin, combining group by and summarize. Paki-chat, please, kung clear tayo. Yes? Okay. I'll appreciate, guys, kung lahat tayo mag-feedback para alam ko kung lahat nagpa-participate. Okay, konti lang yung yes, no? Baka may questions kayo, guys. You may ask that. May questions ba? Okay, mukhang wala naman. Alright, so let's continue, guys. Okay, only by combining into a group by with another data will the data be actually transformed. So now we were able to create this object. Okay, so here is another object different from the diamonds. No? Ibang object to. Nag-create tayo ng panibagong object na yung variable natin yung cut, tapos yung average price niya nandito. We combine the group by and the summarize to have a transformation of our data. All right. So now, pwede naman natin i-uncut yan. So tingnan natin to. For example, diamonds, group by cut, and then ungroup natin. We can remove this grouping structure dun sa metadata natin. Alright, so dito, nawala na yung information about the data, no? Wala na dito yung group by natin, no? Tinanggal na. Okay, I hope that's clear. You can ungroup it. Okay, wala na yung groups, cut into 5. Then continuing, guys. Remember, guys, yung n natin. Okay, this is the count function. Now, iba siya sa sum, and guys, just counts the number of observations. You know the sum, guys, just adds the numbers in the variable. Okay, let's take a look at this. Balikan natin si flights. Okay, bilangin natin yung, suppose we want to count. Ilan bang flights coming from Newark, from LaGuardia, from JFK? Yun yung mga airports, guys, ng New York City. So here we have a function. We're creating an object called count by origin. So we're creating an object called count by origin. It's coming from the flights data frame. And then we group by origin. Naalala yung origin, guys. Yung tatlong airports. And then we summarize, okay, by using the n parenthesis function, which is the count. So we call it count. So we're going to create an object here. We expect yung origin, tatlong laman yan. So bibilangin niya yung number of flights coming from the 3 airports. So let's run this. Okay. So you have here yung origin at saka yung count. So ito yung mga yung mga groups, no? EWR, JFK, and LGA. And this is another object kasi create natin to. Okay. Clear yan, guys? Clear ba? Pakiano nga?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sige. So this gives us the number of flights from NYC, no? So sabi natin, guys, take note, baka magkaiba yung sum at saka yung n, ha? They give different. Yung isa, binagbibilang lang. Yung isa naman, sinasum. Now, let's expand this further. Ang grouping ba, iisa lang? Hindi. Ang grouping pwede mo i-group more than one variable. Okay, let's take a look at this. What if we want to group not only by origin, but also to group by month? Okay, so ito, bibilangin ulit natin, parang yung kanina. Pero yung pagbilang natin, hindi lang by origin. Gusto natin isama yung by month. So what will happen here? So we're creating an object by origin and monthly. Una muna, i-group niya by origin. Tapos, i-group niya by month. And then, sa kanya, ibibilangin. So imagine guys, no? Group mo muna into 3, yung tatlong ano. Tapos sa kanya, aanuhin by month. What do you think will your object look like now? You'll have now origin na 3 at saka month na 12. So ilan na dapat yung rows nito? Guess guys, without running it first, ilan kaya magiging rows nito? How many rows? Sandali guys, question lang ako. Linagay ko ba yung code na to? Did I put this code or am I asking you to write it on your own?
No, sir. It's not.
Wala po siya, sir.
Okay. So, deliberately, guys, ginawa ko yun para ano. So, I have to pause and give you time. So, sige, guys. Sorry, nakalimutan ko na I deliberately did not write it para kayo mismo magsulat dyan sa inyo. No? Sige. I'll give you a little time to write. Kanina pa pala dapat nagpo-pause ako. Okay, have you written it, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So, review na natin to So, ito guys, kahit anong pangalan yan, depends on you. Siyempre, gumamit kayo ng pangalan na medyo informative. So, ito, linagay ko lang by origin at saka monthly. So, coming from the flights dataset, and then we group by dalawang grouping, origin at saka month, and then isinasummarize natin, pinapabilang natin. Now, there will be 36 rows. Bakit? Kasi dalawa yung grouping. Una yung origin, 3 to. Yung month, 12. So, you have, for example, EWR, then January 1 to 12, January to December. So, that's 12. Ganon din kay LaGuardia, ganon din kay JFK. So here we expect 36 observations. Let's run this. Okay. Yan, sabi, it's a T-ball. 36 by 3. Groups niya. 3. Okay, so let me click this. Yan. Notice, EWR. 12 siya kasi by month siya. So, group niya muna by origin, tapos sa kanya, ginawang by month. JFK, then LaGuardia. Okay, you can see that EWR, no? Ang pinakamarami niya nung April, May. Tama ba? April, May? Around that time. Alright, so you can study it, you can look at the data in greater detail. Okay, so I said guys, the result is 36 rows. Kasi 3 airports tayo, multiply that by 12 months. Okay, what will happen if you do this, guys? Okay, dito nag-create ako ng object na incorrect, no? Bakit? Una, guys, flights. So, group by natin ang origin and then group by natin ang month. Tapos saka natin sinummarize. What will happen here? So, let's run this. Okay, ano nangyari? What happened, guys? Okay, so si Arla mismo nagsabi na in-override yung grouping. Bakit? Nauna kasi yung origin, tapos pinag-group by ulit ng month, in-override niya yung sa origin, group na lang niya by month. Okay? The second group by month overwrote the grouping of the origin. so that in the end, we are only grouping by month. So, kung gusto natin guys na ang grouping by 2, by 2 guys ang grouping, dapat ganito yung gagawin natin. No? Dalawa yung grouping, ganito yung gagawin natin. Group by, then yung dalawang variables na natin na gustong kung paano siya i-group. Okay, any questions guys? Dun sa, kasi gusto natin dalawang groupings to, no? So nagdalawa tayo. Ito. So sabi ni R na i-overturn niya itong una. Ang i-recognize niya yung una, yung pangalawang group by. So kung sino pinakahuling group by, yun lang yung i-recognize ni R. If we want several groupings, then we have to put it under one group by function. Just put commas. Okay. Sige. Exercise 1, guys. Insert kayo ng code. What code would be required to get the mean and standard deviations for temperature for each day? Each day, guys, no? Each day in New York City. Each day in 2013. Sige nga, try nyo, guys. I'll give you 1 minute to do that. So, ganun din, guys. Summary temp by day. Assignment operator natin. Tapos, flights ulit. Pipe operator. Then, di ba? May group by tayo. And then summarize. Yung summarize natin, both yung mean at saka yung standard deviation. Okay, were you able to do it, guys? Compare tayo. Who has an answer already? Ay, Stephen, may ano ka, may question ka? Tsaka James? Ano yung hindi po? You can unmute yourself kung ano. James, may question ba kayo? Ano naman? Ano kaya itong... clear tayo, James? No naman, ano? Okay. Stephen, clear tayo? Okay. Thank you, James. Okay, thank you, Stephen. Alright, so sige, tingnan natin guys ha. Let's compare. Okay. So, alright. Summary temp by day. Sorry, weather pala, not flights. Sorry, coming from weather, no? Weather. And then group by natin. Okay, take note guys, no? Pag day lang ginamit nyo guys, ang gagawin ni R, yung 1 to 31 lang. Kasi yung days natin 1 to 31 lang eh. So you'll have only a summary of day 1, lahat ng day 1, lahat ng day 2, lahat ng day 3, hanggang lahat ng day 31. So, kasi each day of the year. So, dapat kasama dyan yung year, month, at saka day. Okay? So, baka dito kayo guys, no? Kung day lang ginamit nyo dyan, ang lalabas lang yan, day 1 to 31. That's not what we want. We want from January hanggang December 31. So, isa-summarize ulit yung mean. Okay? So, let's run this. Okay, so summary temp by day. Ayan. So, it's 364 entries. No? The 364 days of the, of the year. So, you have 12, month 12, 1 hanggang 31. Okay, kasi ang question natin, guys, each day of the year ng 2013, no? Ibig sabihin, yung buong taon. So, pag ilinagay nyo lang dyan, guys, day, if you only put day there, let me do that. No? Insert ako dito. Ito dito. If you only I'm going to copy this. I'll call it 1 para magkaiba. 1. And then just day here. Okay, so take note of the difference, guys. Run. So ito, 31 days lang. 31 lang yung lamaya, 31 rows. Kasi, ang sabi nyo, ang day lang ang i-group niya. So titingnan ni R, ano ba yung mga days, no? Ang day 1 to 31 lang yan. So yun lang i-group niya. Lahat ng 1, lahat ng 2, okay, lahat ng 3, etc. Unlike this one, guys, yung unang ginawa natin, titingnan niya yung year, yung month, at saka yung day. Okay, that's specific to a particular day of the year. Okay, clear yan, guys? Clear? Okay, yes nga. Good job. Okay, thank you. The rest, guys? Okay, huwag kayo magsasawa, guys, sa kakachat ng yes, ha? Kung clear. I'll really appreciate it. Kasi that's my only way, guys, to know if you're able to get it. Tapos kung lahat kayo nagpa-participate, guys, then makikita ko na nakukuha nyo. And again, guys, please, if you have any questions, I'll appreciate you also asking. Okay, so thank you so much. So sinabi ko na dito yan. Okay, so looks like this is clear. Now, second exercise. Okay, this time, guys, di ba kanina, group natin by origin at saka by month. Now, what will happen this time if we group by month muna, tapos origin? Anong magiging kaibahan nun? Sige, pakigawa yan, guys. Dito yan, yung una na, yung ano natin, group by, ito, group by origin, tapos month. Now, what if, this time, we interchange the order? Month muna, tapos origin. Could you kindly do that, guys? I'll give you time. Okay, what do you think will happen, guys? Binago natin. You can copy the code, tapos pagpalit mo lang yung, ano, yung origin at saka yung month. Okay, so let's compare. Okay, so by monthly origin, kanina by origin monthly, coming from the flights dataset, i-group by natin, una by month, tapos origin. Okay, before running this, baka na-run nyo na, no? Ilang observations? There will be how many observations? Anyone can unmute themselves? Ilan sa tingin yung observation? Answer? How many observations, guys? Okay, 36, yes. Thank you. Thank you, Stephen. You're correct. 36 siya, no? Bakit? Yung month, ilang groupings ba to? Di ba? 12. Tapos yung origin, ilan? 3. So that's still 12 times 3. So 36. Okay, anong kaibahan? Ano magiging kaibahan yan? Let's run. Okay, what's the difference, guys? What's the difference? Ano difference? Kanina, inuna lang yung origin, no? Tapos ganyan yung month. Are the answers the same, guys? Would we get the same answer? Paki-chat nga kung yes or no. Do we get the same answer as the previous one? Yung group by origin tapos month. Pareho ba sa group by month times origin? In terms of the count, guys. Pareho lang ba yung count? Okay. Thank you. You're correct. It's the same, guys. Nababago nga lang yung pag-present niya. No? Tama? Kasi kanina, una yung origin, yung first column yon, tapos pa na EWR lang, then LGA, then J at K. Ngayon, guys, una lang yung month. So, lahat ng month 1 muna, tapos lahat ng month 2, lahat ng month 3. So, parang nabago lang, guys, yung presentation. But the counts will be the same. The counts will be the same. And practically, kung i-rearrange lang naman natin to, guys, kunyari, i-sort lang natin to, nauunahin natin si EWR, tapos si LGA, tapos si JFK, pareho lang yan. No? So, pareho. So, changing the order dun sa group by will give us the same, will give us the same result, only in a different presentation. Okay. Question number 3, guys. Question number 3. How could we identify how many flights Okay, can you hear me, guys?
Yes, sir.
Hello? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. May problema yung connection ko sa mic. All right, how could we identify how many flights left each of the 3 airports for each of the carrier? So, paano yan? How do you answer that question? Ilan daw yung mga flights na umalis for each of the 3 airports for each of the carrier? So take note, guys, ang question sa atin, how many? So paki-voice off nga, paano natin malalaman yan? How do we answer how many, guys? Either chat or unmute yourself. Pag how many, di ba? Kasi pag how many, guys, sinasummarize natin no? So anong gagamitin natin, guys? Ito, summarize count is equal to n, di ba? How many yan di ba? Tama ba? Pinapabilang natin. Ano yung pinapabilang daw? Yung ano, guys? Ilan yung umalis dun sa 3 airports for age of the carrier. Okay, so ilan yung magiging observations natin? Well, yung number of airports multiplied by the number of carriers. Okay? Saan natin malalaman, guys, kung ilang carriers? O, sige nga, ilang carriers, guys, saan natin malalaman? Ilang carriers, guys? Diba? Summary. Summary then, flights to galing, di ba? So summary flights, okay, alam natin kung carrier, asa yung carrier natin? Yung number lang, carrier 336776. Pero hindi natin makikita dito yung factors. Saan natin malalaman yung factors, guys? Sa STR ba? Okay, carrier. Ayan. So, total lang, no? Hindi sinasabi dito kung ilan yung factor ng carrier. So, how do we know, guys, kung ilan yung carriers? Answer, guys? May code tayo na ginawa sa taas kanina na nasa summarize ba dun yung ano? Naload na ba natin si describe, guys? Wala pa yata tayong, nag-site na ba tayo? I don't know if you have loaded site. Let me check, no? Library, site. And then describe. And si describe nasa site. Flights. Sweet. Numerical yata to eh. Numerical siya. So it will not also give us the number of carrier. It does not give us also the number of okay. Anyway, sige. So let's forget that first. I-run na lang natin to, guys, no? Okay, so dito, group natin by origin at saka by carrier. No? And then, summarize. Pareho lang to ng kanina, but this time, would like to know ilan ba yung lumalabas from the different airports via carrier. So let's run this. Yan. Turns out na 25 more. So, iba-iba, no? Iba-iba per airports. So, let me click that. So, there are 35 observations. Okay. Hindi pala natin pwede ma-multiply, guys, kasi not all carriers fly out of the airports. Si EWR, 12 yung ano niya, si JFK 22 tapos minus 12 10 lang siya, no? So iba-iba kaya hindi natin pwedeng ma-multiply. Okay? Class clear yun. Tinatanong ko kanina kung ilang observations. We cannot do that kasi hindi lahat ng carriers nagpa-fly out from all of the airports. Magiging totoo lang yun kung lahat ng carriers nagpa-fly out from each of the airports. But the code is this one. Ito yung code natin. Okay? So our code is, we'd like to know ilan ba yung mga nagpa-fly out from the origin from each airport, from each of the airport, from each of the carriers. So you have here 35 rows. Okay. So ito yung mga lumalabas from EWR. From EWR, ito yung mga lumalabas, gumagamit ng airport nila. From JFK, ito din. And then from LaGuardia, ito din. Okay, is that clear, guys? Paki-chat ulit. Clear ba tayo so far? Okay, thank you, Nicole. Okay, good. All right, good. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate your cooperation. Okay. All right. Last question ko, guys, for the day. How does the filter operation differ from a group by followed by a summarize? May question pa ba ako dito? Wala na. Okay. So no question here. So I already gave the answer here. Anong kaibahan, guys, ni filter at saka ni group by at saka ni summarize combine? Si filter, guys, kukunin lang niya without modifying them. Without modifying the rows, no? Yung pa rin. Kompleto pa rin yung yung laman ng natin ng yung mga columns natin. Pa rin. Kunyari, si flights, ilang columns. Pag nag-filter tayo, ang mababawasan lang yung number of rows. Pero yung columns, guys, ando doon pa rin, kompleto pa rin. While on the other hand, si group by and then summarize, nababago both, guys, both yung ano nangyayari, guys? Nababago both yung rows, tapos pati yung columns. Okay, tapos nagkakaroon tayo ng bagong values. Kasi pag nag-summarize tayo, may mathematical na operation na ginagawa tayo, di ba? So what happens is that we add, or we count, or we minimize, or we maximize. Okay, any questions so far, guys? Paki-chat na. Okay, clear so far? Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right. Mukhang na underestimate ko yung time natin. Kasi hanggang dito lang yung I thought abutin natin to. Anyway, so I'll just have a quick review, guys, and then since minsan naman nag-overtime tayo, I'll let you go a bit earlier today to compensate for the time na makakain natin for Thursday and Friday. Is that okay, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tapos what I'm going to do is isi-send ko na rin yung natitirang mga yung code para doon sa natitirang this one. So hanggang dito na tayo, no, di ba? Filter, summarize, group by. And then I'm going to send you the R markdown file natin for mutate, arrange, at saka si join. Sa lahat ng yan, si join ang pinaka nakakalito, no? Kasi pagsasama-sama natin yung mga data natin para ipag-i-intersect natin based on a particular key variable. Pero kaya natin yan. Okay, so let's just have a quick review. So far, guys, we have been using dplyr as a very powerful data manipulation tool, data transformation. hindi pa natin nagamit so far yung dplyr with ggplot, but we have used ggplot2 before already. So what we have learned so far was to use filter. Sabi natin si filter, ang ginagawa, kinukuha from the data frame, kinukuha yung data natin, tapos inaano lang natin. Yung fini-filter lang. Mababawasan lang yung number of rows, tapos guys, pareho pa rin yung columns. So ulitin ko lang, quick review. Si flights kasi, sabi natin, so ilang, ano siya, ilang, yung structure na lang para mas mabilis. Okay, so so that we know the number of columns. Si flights, hindi ko nalagyan ng structure. Okay, 19 columns, no? 19 variables, 336,776 observations. So when we filter, guys, my chat. Okay, thank you. When we filter, guys, ano nangyayari? Quick review lang to, ah. When we filter, hindi natin linagay dito si, dapat linagay ko si, para automatically papakita. Okay. So you see, guys, 19 rows, 19 columns pa rin. Hindi nagbago yung, ano natin, yung, hindi nagbago yung data frame. Ang pinakita lang sa atin, 714. So it's the same, still the same data frame. It's coming from the same data frame, only that, nag-create lang nga lang tayo ng isang object ng Alaska Flights, pero the data is still the same. Tinanggal lang yung ibang rows. The number of columns still remain the same. Pag gusto natin magtanggal ng columns, next meeting, i-discuss natin yan sa mutate, no? Alright, so that's what happens when we filter. Pag summarize naman, guys, we're able to create a single numerical variable, either minimum, maximum, standard deviation, mean, or average, etc. Okay? So tapos sa group by naman, we classify the variables first. Then usually, ano siya, yung sinasabay sa summarize. So group by and then summarize, they're usually taken together. Okay? So are there any questions, guys, so far dun sa mga na-discuss natin? May mga questions ba tayo? Paki-chat na lang, guys, kung clear so far. Okay? Kung questions pala, sige. Kung may mga questions, kung none. Okay. Sige, the rest. Okay, so thank you. Thank you. Okay, so guys, reminder lang, yung part 2 ng quiz mauuna, it will not cover dplyr, hanggang ggplot2 lang siya. It will be posted sa assignment group natin, sa assignment, and it will require you to put codes to run a data set, and then magpa-plot kayo, guys, using ggplot2 to be submitted the following day dun sa assignment sa Canvas. It should be an R Markdown file. And then the online will be on Friday. Okay, it will not include yung dplyr. So next meeting on Wednesday, we're going to continue. Kailangan ko palang ibigay na bukas yung file para makita nyo yung mutate, okay? Pati yung, lalo na yung join, no? Yun ang pinakamahirap. Okay? So are there any questions?
None,
Okay.
sir.
So no questions now, guys. I'll let you go. So we'll continue this on on Wednesday. Okay? So thank you so much, guys, for coming. Thank you so much for participating. If you have any questions, feel free just to PM me or to message me. Okay, so yung may mga na-late kung meron, paki-remain na lang while I check your attendance. The rest, please, you may go. Salamat.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Please stay safe.